Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pradeep and you're watching Vlog of Note. So I've been traveling, I've been a little bit lax on my schedule. I actually went to Madagascar, which by the way is a really nice place to visit. A lot of things seem to have happened while I've been gone, specifically the Apple event. And while a lot of American YouTubers and tech bloggers are talking about the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro Max Mega, I think we need to talk about the iPad, the 7th generation humble budget iPad. Let's get started. So before we talk about the 7th generation iPad, I think we need to talk about the 6th generation iPad, the budget iPad which is being sold in India for about $350. Yes, I know in the US it's available for $329, but in India, supposedly the market that it is aimed at, the developing market, we pay the Apple tax plus. Anyway, so this iPad is the default iPad. Indeed, when you make a search on Google for iPad, I will link to that search in the description right next to the like button. This is the first iPad that shows up from Amazon. If you click on that link, that is the second link in the description, you will go over to the product page on Amazon. Don't buy that iPad right now. You can check the specifications there and you will find that there are 3 things that I really dislike about this iPad. The first is the operating system. Up until now, it has run a glorified version of iOS, which by the way is probably the world's most advanced mobile operating system, but is definitely not a laptop replacement. Even now with iPad OS, I think it will take another full year for developers to create experiences that can be comparable to a laptop. We need Windows. Actually, we really need Windows. The second major issue that I have with this budget iPad is the media consumption experience. One of the key things that people buy this for in India, because you can't get any real work done on it, is for media consumption, and it has a non-laminated display. If you toss that up next to an iPad Air or the iPad Pro, you'll really start to see that this one looks cheaper somehow. Secondly, the speakers, they are not too bad, but they are placed off to the side, and when compared to the competition, they sound really budget. The third thing that I really dislike about the 6th generation budget iPad is the Lightning connector. A quick detour here. If you want to connect anything to this new iPad using iPad OS, obviously you need to buy a Lightning to USB 3 camera adapter, not the Lightning to USB camera adapter, mind. And you can't buy the Lightning to USB 3 camera adapter in India online for some odd reason. So you have to walk into an Apple store, and if they have stock, you can pick this up for about $50 in India. That's additional to the price of the iPad if you want to connect any accessory to it. The US is a country where you have a presidential candidate, Andrew Yang, talk about $1,000 as universal basic income to every American adult for basically doing nothing. If you convert that to Indian rupees, that is 71,000 Indian rupees, which is a veritable fortune for doing nothing. Clearly, there is a disconnect between where Apple is positioning the iPad versus what it is selling it at. And that brings us to the new 7th generation iPad recently unveiled. I will link to the Apple press release talking about this iPad, and right away you can see in the title that the price is something that they really are caring about. Apart from that, we're really hard pressed to find what Apple has changed. I mean, there is a 10.2-inch display, yeah, I guess, and there is a smart connector which allows you to connect a keyboard for when you want to use it as an actual laptop. But the thing that really irritates me about the 7th generation iPad, apart from its exorbitant price in India, the thing that really pushes my home button is the storage. This iPad comes with 32 GB of storage internally on the base version. This is non-expandable, typical Apple storage. If you account for the fact that the new advanced iPad OS will take up 6 GB of your storage, then what you're left with is virtually nothing. For a device that prides itself in on-device machine learning, the fact that you can do a lot on your iPad when it is not connected to the internet, you will clearly run out of storage within 2 months of buying your spanking new budget 10.2-inch iPad. The really sad part here is if you compare this budget 10.2-inch 7th generation iPad to a cost-effective Windows laptop, you have the HP 14 2019 edition, which gives you 256 gigabytes of solid-state drive storage for that same price of $350, plus 2 USB 3.0 ports, 1 USB 2.0 port, a HDMI cable out, and a headphone jack. That's about it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Drop your comment on the new budget iPad specifically for developing markets like India in the comment section down below. As always, subscribe to the Vlog of Note channel on YouTube. Ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.